to you. Welcome to Crafters TV. How is your day going thus far? I've got loads of people in from all over who will be in different time zones. I've got Connecticut, I've got Kentucky in with us, I've got North Devon in with us. Thank you for your messages already in. Keep those messages coming in. If we've not met before, hi, my name is Rebecca Redican. You can call me Becky though. I answer to Bex, Beck, pretty much anything. It's so lovely to be here. I too am a crafter, and what I love about Second Chance Sunday is the fact that we get some of our best treats, best deals from the week all put in. So it's a really good chance of getting a little bit of almost mixed media, keeping you on your toes, and also seeing some of the best ones in action. So we have got oodles on the way. Can I just give you a few cheeky little heads up as to some of the goodies coming up? 5% off for the whole day. It's your final day. This is the final live show. So if you do want to get that extra 5% off, this is definitely the show for you. Make sure you get social. You can find us on YouTube. Of course, you can find us on Facebook as well. We love hearing from you. And if you see us bring anything on, for example, maybe you've been working with the penny sliders, maybe you've already got them, you've made something. Why don't you take a photo and send it in? I would love to see your makes today. We have got lots of goodies on the way and some serious inspiration. Let's say hi again to Debbie. Debbie, what are we going to be inspired by today?
Oh my God, do you know what, Becky? So, this show and this time of the week for me is the best one because we got so much to show you. We try and cram so much in, and it gets really exciting because not only do we bring things back that we personally like, we bring things back that you personally like, and I really love that fact. So just a few little little makes that we've got here that we're going to be showing during the show. I adore these. So these are the rotational stamps, which are amazing. In 4 stamps, you can get all these different colours in that one stamp. But if you like your sort of edgeables and your sort of quirky ways you can do different things with, we've got these really beautiful stamps with lots of texture in them. And then my favourite, which we're going to be starting with, is the good old penny sliders. I adore these. They're great fun, they're movable. I mean, look at that monkey. It's just a gorgeous card. You are getting the stamps and the dies to go with them. And then we've got the what we class as the Debbie Fishables, because I had a little hand in putting these together. So I love these. And then just another one. I mean, we've still got loads more. The show is just, I don't want to pack the first few minutes in with them all, but we have so much to show you with the aperture stamps we've got here, which are incredible. You've got these beautiful floral framed stamps, and we've got lots of different designs to show you.
We have got absolutely oodles. That's just a sneak peek. So if you do want to get involved and you want to be inspired, then we are definitely in the right place tonight, right? Don't forget, you can message us in, and if you do have any pictures of, maybe you go, oh, hey up, I've got some of them stamps. Why don't you send in a picture? We can have a little nosy, share your make live on air this evening. Penny sliders. Now, for anyone who maybe hasn't seen these before, they are truly one of the most smiling, juicing cards. I always think whenever I'm making or crafting anything, to be honest, but possibly particularly cards, I always put myself in the position of the person that I'm sending the card to and then opening the card. For me, the penny sliders are the ones that I know are going to be picked up and played with time and time again, creating that smile. Let me show you the types that you are getting in here. So we have got, if you've not seen them before, these are the stamps that you're going to get. That's how they look. And these are the dies that you get, and this is what happens once you cut them out. And we have got, whoa, the wonderful astronaut on this one. This is Over the Moon. Do you know what? This is actually really good. It's National Space Day very soon. I think it's the 1st of May. So that, if you're going to be making some space cards, because let's be honest, if we can't right now just send someone, you know, just a just because card, First Friday of May, get your cards sent. Did you know it was National Space Day? And you could send that to someone to make them smile. Anyway, we've also got for you the Look for Rainbow. And this one, as you can see, has got the sun that goes around that rainbow. Perfect time of year with the rainbow colours, of course, representing so much, particularly possibly over the last 18 months or so. We've also got your Flyby, and this one has got the butterfly in the heart shape. Now, I do just want to remind you that if you're getting the bundle, you can obviously mix and match. I quite like the idea of putting the butterfly going over the rainbow, like it's flying over the rainbow. So you can mix and match them, don't forget, so you can have really good fun with these. But yes, that one is your Flyby. I've then got for you the your Smooth Sailing collection as well here. This one's got the horseshoe shape, so if you were watching the Grand National yesterday, you could even put a horse on this, couldn't you? Did you?
I won!
You were the first female jockey. No, you bet on the woman, didn't you?
I bet on a woman, and that's the only reason I did it. So we were all looking, and my partner's children were looking, and we were like, we were going, and I looked through them all, and I thought, oh, a woman jockey. Yeah. I'm just going to, so yeah, £5 each way. So I won £76. Come first. That's the only bet I did. My partner's done 4 bets and didn't get anywhere.
Blimey, the coffees are on you later. Hey,
yeah.
Congrats, well done.
I was well excited.
I love that. So you could, if you've got any horse stamps or dies, you could always put a horse on this, couldn't you? It's like a horseshoe. As well as this one, we've got your that was meant to be a monkey. It went a bit toucan at the end. This is your Go Bananas. So you've got your lovely, happy, smiley monkey there. And you're also getting in this bananas. You're getting lots of sentiments such as thanks a bunch and it's your day. Go Bananas. Perfect for birthdays and other events. I've got for you all ears, your bunny rabbits. It's the perfect time of year, right? With the summer just around the corner, although no one's told outside because around about an hour ago here it did start snowing. But yes, this is great for those summer months. This is possibly one of my favourites. This is Sky's the Limit. And for me, this just makes me think, you've got your paper aeroplane there, and then you've got your love heart. So it's all about sending love. And obviously, I'm trying not to say this out of shot, but that zooms across really nicely. And then last but by no means least, for all of you cat lovers, and I've just accidentally thrown one die off, I do apologise. For all of you cat lovers, we have got your Smitten as a Kitten. So again, you're getting the straight line one here, which is the more traditional one, for a really good slide. And you've got your kitten there, maybe chasing the ball of yarn or the mice. You can have a lot of fun with them. So just to let you know, that's the Penny Slider collection. As you can see on screen, it should be £69. However, for the final live show and for the final day today, it's not actually £69. It's actually going to be £65.55. Or if you're in the US, $90 with the 5% off is reduced to $85.50. So you're getting extra savings there. So now is the great time to buy. If you've been looking and thinking, oh, do I, don't I? Now is the perfect chance because you're still making points. Speaking of making, should we get making? Let's do it. Debbie, penny sliders.
Yeah, absolutely. These are great fun. They're great to send to the kids because they're going to love that movability about them. And they just are so much fun. Oh, we've got a bunny that's stuck on the hilltop there, but they do sort of move, and we're going to show in our first demo them going all the way around. I love the butterfly one because you're getting that different sort of aperture shape with them. It's turning all around, and it's just, I mean, look at that, flying around that card, just looks incredible. Done the bunny one, you see that monkey one, which is just absolutely gorgeous, swinging from tree to tree. You've got the beautiful cat there, and then you've got the gorgeous, I mean, for any little boy, he is going to absolutely love this card. In fact, he won't put it down. It's more like a present, isn't it? I mean, look at him whirling around there. So you've got that circle one, absolutely adorable. So you've got all your different types there, all different designs that you can do. We're going to be starting off off with the Sky's the Limit. So Becky was saying this is her favourite, and it is a great one to use because you can use it for so many different reasons. Now, to start with, when you get any one of the penny sliders, you are going to get everything you need to create them. So you are getting your stamp set, you're getting your coordinating dies that go with your stamp set, and you're also getting a booklet, which is what I love about Crafter's Companion. It shows you step by step of the way exactly how you can create them, which is amazing. So we're going to get started. The first thing we're going to do is start building up a scenery. So I'm taking a piece of card. I'm then going to take my stamp set. So I've got all my stamps on here, and I want to use my clouds. So I'm going to use my clouds just by putting these about where I want them. So, and then you can sort of re-stamp. So I'm going to bring in my stamping platform,
which we have got on the show.
We absolutely
We thought we'd sold out, but we've got a couple left, which is fab.
Yeah, I mean, anybody that knows me, Becky, knows it's one of my favourite things. I use it all the time. The precision is amazing because you just get the stamp that you want every single time. You cannot go wrong. And by that, I will show you what I mean by you cannot go wrong. So I'm going to pop these on here, and I'm going to purposely mis-stamp them. And then it will show you exactly how you can get that correct stamp every single time. Ooh. What you have is a grid. When we come to some of the other stamps in that we've got on the show, you'll see how well they work. But the grid, it means that you can line it up. It means that when all these feet are in position, they have springs on them. So when you push down, it goes in the same place every single time. And you don't need a lot of pressure on your hands. You can just stamp down and get a beautiful stamp. So I'm going to be using, because I'm using alcohol pens, I am going to be using my Flagstone, and it says what it does on the tin. So it has our alcohol marker and it's alcohol proof. So we're going to stamp those up. I'm just going to give them one quick little stamp, and then we're going to just stamp down. And you can see, oh, we've made a bit of a mistake there. Although it does look quite nice like that. It looks like the clouds are just coming out quite like that. But because we've got more here, I do want to, I'm going to stamp these up properly now. So we're going to make sure that the ink is all over our stamps. And then I'm really confident enough to make sure that all your feet are back in place. Yep. And then I can stamp down again. And this time we can connect all those dots, and we're getting that perfect imagery every single time. Now, what we've also got in that collection, we've got the gorgeous little flight here. So we've got our letter. Paper airplane, I couldn't think of the word then. So we've got our paper airplane. We've also got this little piece here. So I'm going to show what we're going to do with that. So let's pop this to the side and our stamp set. And then we're going to bring in our coordinating dies. Before I do that, let me just pop these back onto our carrier sheet so I don't lose them. So I know what I'm like.
Oh, I'm the same. We've had loads of people messaging in already. Hi, this is Val saying, hi Becky and Debbie, crafting along with you again today.
Fabulous.
Looking forward to seeing the demos. Lynn is saying, I like the penny sliders. I have them, but I've not made anything yet. Hey, maybe you could make along now. And then Tiffany's also in saying, these penny sliders are adorable. Completely agree with you. They are wonderful. And Valerie, in capitals, has said, I love my stamping platform. If you want a stamping platform to fall in love with, then you can still grab them.
Brilliant. And I love that. I love that people are crafting along. I love all the different ideas that we give to people. So yeah, it's fabulous. And if anyone's got any cards, please send them in because we'd love to see them.
Got any? Oh, cards. Sorry, I thought you said cars.
Cars.
Yeah, go on.
I wouldn't mind seeing your cars either.
Yeah. I've got a lovely Toyota. Other cars are available.
I never used to be a car person, and then I got my car and I love it so much. Oh. But not because it's any flash car, it's just because it's bright yellow.
Oh, I
love that. Yeah, so I just love it so much. It's just I call it sunny because it's my ray of sunshine.
Oh, that's beautiful. Hey, do you have a name for your car? If you do, text in. I'd love to know that. Mine is called Beyonce because it has a really big boot.
Love that. I think it's a women thing though, isn't it? Because I don't think there's many men that name their car. In fact, I don't know any men that name their cars.
I I do.
So you've got this die here, and this is where your slider is going to go. Each one has a different shape. So you build up your image. You can see I've just stamped an extra one, and I've then gone round and I've used ocean blue, and we've just created that sky.
Beautiful.
I also want to put a bit of detail in the clouds. So I've just took my my ice grey blend, and I'm going to go in sort of with my medium, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to go round those circles in the clouds, and I'm going to overlap. They don't need to be anything, they don't need to be precise. It just gives that real effect of having some shadow on your clouds. And then once that dries, it dries lighter, but it's just a really nice way of just putting in extra detail and using your pens. We're also going to be bringing in our clear sparkle because there's nothing better than sparkly clouds.
Yeah.
So just put in some on there. So that just gives a bit more definition. You can see now that's started to dry.
Yeah,
it's just given us some really cool detail on there. And then we're going to use our slider. So we're going to place that on there. I'm going to bring in some of my low tack tape, and we're going to pop that into place. So having it, you just decide where that's going to go. We'll pop that on there and then run that through. And there we go.
Nefertiti's just messaged in and asked, is there a, I've never made a penny slider. Is there a certain type of weight or certain type of cardstock that I should be using?
Oh, good idea. So, good question, not good idea, sorry. Yes, I would say that you would definitely need about a 280 to a 300 GSM. Most of us here always use our white stamping card, which is a brilliant weight to use. And the reason being is, I've just torn a little there, but never mind, that's fine, it doesn't notice. That's my low tack tape being a little bit high tack tape. So yeah, put that to the side. Yes, so I would say a 300 GSM is perfect, because what you've got is you've got pennies that are sliding through here. This is why they're called a penny slider. So anyone that doesn't know what they are, I've just grabbed myself 2 pennies and they are going to go between the card and above the card. So that's how we're going to do it. Now this bit here, first of all, I'm going to bring in another piece of card which is identical, and I'm going to place that behind. Now we're going to bring in our stamping platform again. So this is where it really comes into its own. I'm going to put these both together and I'm going to then pop them down with the magnets that you get. And then what we're going to do is that one I showed you earlier, this wiggly line, that creates some dots. So you're going to place this in between here.
Way of doing it.
Yes.
Brilliant way of doing it with the stamping platform.
Absolutely. You bring this up,
Great.
you take that, so that is now in position, and all I'm going to do is take this away. So before I do, I'm making sure that my underneath part is completely down. So just taking these off, I can then and then that one is the last one. So I know when I go to stamp this, so again, bringing in my ink. So it's got great uses, the stamping platform, and a great way to add all these details. So I know that when I stamp that one down, that's created that line. And then if I take this off, when we can then put this together, so let's just pop that over there. When my card comes into play and they go together, that line is perfectly in the centre there, which is amazing. Brilliant. So that just gives us that detail. Then what I'm going to do, we need to heighten this and put our penny slider in. So the first thing we're going to do, I'm going to use my penny slider and I'm just going to place that in here. Now what I have done, I like to double mine up because I like to be able to get quite a big piece in between. So I've took some of my foam tabs and I've just cut them to size. Now what you don't want, I'm going to push that down so it sticks, you don't want this circle to be bigger than what your actual pass is, because that needs to be able to go through there. And then once we've done that, I'm then going to take the backing off. So take the backing off that one. And then we can place our other penny directly down onto the top there. So that means that my penny slider now will run through here and not have any problems getting to and from. So you want to make sure, and I like to have quite a big gap on there so you've got lots of movement. And then it's this piece here that you would then stick, and we haven't done that yet, so we'll do that in a second. But first of all, I'm then just going to put I've just done some extras here to put onto the base, and that will just heighten it up the same height as what the actual coin is as well, the coin on there. So just pop in a couple more down onto there. There we go. So when you take these off, we've then got that base one that we can pop that down to. And then we can start decorating the front. So nice and easy. I mean, penny sliders have been around a long, long time, but they used to be, there's never been any dies that do that for you. You used to have to just cut a gap in the middle, and they never used to have different shapes like this.
Yeah.
I mean, having a circle and having a butterfly, I mean, that's quite amazing that we've got all those. So you can see that's now encapsulated inside, so we can't see anything, but our penny slider is sliding down. So the next thing we're going to do, I've got some bits here. So I've just stamped these out, and I think what I'm going to do is I did do red hearts, but I'm going to bring in my other sparkle pen. We've got sparkle pens on here. So I'm just going to use these to actually colour. And I love this because you've got a real lovely precision nib. It's a Japanese brush, which is just the best quality. It's just amazing to use. You don't get no sort of scraggly edges. You don't get none of your brush, what are they called, fibres coming out.
Yeah, like the filament things.
Yeah, so which are really beautiful, and they give the most amazing shine. So all I'm going to do is colour these in. Like I say, I've coloured mine in red, but then I see it was my own fault. I then see that we had them on the show. Actually, I'm going to show you another little trick actually, which is really good, but you won't need to worry. But if you did want red hearts, and I will show you, you could colour them red like I've done, and then we can use the clear sparkle over the top, so we have red sparkly hearts.
Which is part of this bundle which is on your screen, and you actually get the 3-pack for free within this. So you're getting the 2 sets of colours, but you're getting these ones for free. So that's a bargain you've got on your screen right now. So if you are going to be using these a lot, that's how you can get it.
They look amazing, but look at the sparkle we're getting on there. If I just move that, you can really see that beautiful sparkle. I mean, they just are gorgeous.
They look great.
Yeah, they look amazing, don't they? And the ones that I've done, so let me just bring these ones in. Let me bring these ones in. So I did these ones, but I coloured them in red. But what I'm going to do is bring in my clear one, because the clear one will go over any colour that you've got in your alcohol markers, and you can actually colour them over the top. So now we've got any colour we want of sparkly hearts, which is very cool. You're also getting the dies to go with them, so you'll be able to cut those out and cut the hearts. And then you can use this actually, which is really cool, to actually cut your base bit out to go on top here. And I did have one, but I'm not sure what I've done with it, so we might have to cut another one out actually. Let's just bring that in and cut it into one of our foam pads. I'm hoping, let me go.
Dee Dee's messaged in saying, fabulous and beautiful card. I'm loving the show today. We've got loads more treats and goodies coming up for you. I've also had car names in. Molly says, my car is named Monster. I'm hoping that Molly's got a monster truck. I'm hoping she's either got a monster truck, or you know how you can get stickers for the front of your card, like you can get eyelashes for your headlights and stuff. I hope they've got like really big grills on them or something. Terry's in saying, my ram is named Beauty and my husband's new ram is Beauty. Sorry, the other one's named Beast. So when we when I'm asking, we leave, I ask him, are you taking Beauty or Beast? That's cute.
That's
Diane,
very good.
hey, how random is this? Diane's also got a car called Belle. and it's because the license plate is BEL. I've always named my cars. My first one was Hendrix. Yeah, that's cool. I love them. Keep them coming in.
That's really good. So what we've done now, I've just put my little foam pad on the top there, and then we're going to put our paper airplane. I keep forgetting what it's called. Oh, I didn't want to put it just there. I want to carry that. There we go. So our paper airplane onto our penny, and then I've got some black card and just my card base that I've done here. We're just going to take them and put them together, and then we can mount that on top. So just bringing in my tape pen, putting that down each side. So putting that on, so that just gives us that darker backdrop. And then we will do the same with this one. There we go. And pull those across. So we're just going to matte and layer those on top, so that gives us that gorgeous black shadow. And then what I've done is I've also got some extra clouds. So I've got these extra clouds. I've already, what I did was just fussy cut round them, and then I'm going to use our clear sparkle as well on the clouds. So I'm just going to wipe that across, so it gives us really beautiful sparkly clouds. So you can put the clear sparkle on anything you want, and it just adds that bit more drama. So just put some on here and on this card. Yeah, the sparkle pens are so easy to use, and because they have that beautiful brush nib, it means that you can really get in to add amazing detail. And then we're going to use our clouds and our hearts just to add some extra dimension to our card. So our first big cloud, let's pop this one up here, and then our next one, and all I'm doing is adding a little foam pad just so we heighten that. Let's pop that one down there, and then we've got our hearts, which we're just going to stick on. Let me find we can just put them on with our tape pen. Add some tape. We've got just 3 of those lovely to add down, and obviously you do get sentiments with them, so you can add a sentiment, and I'll show you my finished one with a sentiment. I've mislaid my sentiment, so but that's fine. And there we go. So it's just, I've done it upside down.
Oh no!
I didn't. No, it's fine. We didn't. To be fair,
do that. Oh no, it doesn't make sense. No. Yay! The penny slider works.
It works. There we go. But if I bring in my one that I did do the right way round and with a sentiment on there we go. So doing our little paper aeroplane. Oh, it doesn't want to work as well as the other one, that one. So, but the trick is to have it higher, and then it will just glide through your actual card and spin. So, yeah, they're fantastic, aren't they?
So that is your first demo of the day. Don't forget, you can vote for your demo of the show, You can vote for your demo of the show. We'll also do demo of the day and the demo of the week shortly. So do keep your peepers peeled. Make notes maybe on what you're loving as the demo of the show. If you would like the penny slider collection, let me remind you, this is the one that Debbie's just been making with The Sky's the Limit. You've also got your Over the Moon, perfect for National Space Day at the start of May. Do you know what I was thinking before?
Yep.
Imagine taking a picture of someone's face, maybe your own face, doing like an astronaut impression, like, I don't know, how would an astronaut look? Shocked, or like astronaut, think astronaut. Imagine, take a picture of your own face, pop it in there, get one of your clear glitter pens and go over the top. Oh, do you think they'd be like, wee? Why do I think an astronaut would also be like this? Oh no, I'm thinking snorkeler. Anyway, confusing. But yeah, you could put some of the glitter, the clear glitter, over the top of it, and that could be you zipping around. That could be quite cute, couldn't it? A funny little gift for someone. As well as that one, you have got your Look for Rainbows with wonderful sentiments, including but not limited to look for the, and then you've got all of the sunshine, rainbows, etc. And then you've got your flyby. This one with the butterfly. Also this detail here, which could go really nicely, this stamp, with the succulents that we did earlier on. If you managed to get those ones, they could work quite nicely as a backing card, couldn't they? Then we are bringing to you the smooth sailing design with the ship, the lighthouse, the waves and more. Go bananas! You've got your palm tree, you've got your liana, or whatever you wish to call this, your branch, and then you've got your all ears. And let's not forget the other animal. For all you kitten lovers, you've got the smitten as a kitten. All of that, £69, but remember you're getting the extra 5% off, so it's actually $65.55 or $85.50. But can I just remind you, just because you know, I don't want anyone to think this is that 5% is going to last forever. It's today and today only. It's Sunday. So if you're watching live and it is today, Sunday, then it's 5% off. Otherwise, I'm afraid it's not. Let's bring to you now a set of 4 border dies. And I have to say, when I first looked at these, I actually just thought it was the first one. I just thought it was the first stamp, and I thought that's really brilliant. Actually, what you can do with these and layer them up is sensational. So, bringing to you some real good treats in this show. Let me bring to you the border panels, and these ones we're bringing to you with the butterflies. Again, you're getting with these dies, just in case you are new and you're not entirely sure. Can you see how you've got the butterflies in flight in the centre, but then you also have the outside designs that you can add on. That means you can cut them out just as a hollow, or you can actually make them edges of cards so they could fold back. So that's the great thing about this collection. You've got these ones. We're also bringing to you your shooting stars, which actually could be quite nice to do with the out of this world penny sliders, couldn't it? This maybe. Then you've got your daisies, delicate daisies. I've got some daisy stamps coming up for you in a short while that could be a great pairing. And last but not least, your Peony Collection with that lovely peony, but also that trellis as well. All of these ones, 12 elements in total, because you're getting the main and the 2 sides in each, and some other, hang on, 6? Yeah, 12. You're getting all of that today for $38.97. I've got a demo coming up with my next item soon, and we are going vintage now. I always think that vintage is one of those things that really does not go out of style. It's been around for ages and it doesn't look like it's going anywhere. It's timeless in many essences. And for me, when I'm looking at these, I think possibly a lot now, especially for anyone who's been watching the likes of Bridgerton, which has been, of course, one of the huge successes on the streaming service this year. This really does remind me of that. So in here, you are going to get, wait for it, 764 elements within this. It makes 24 complete cards. However, it very much depends on how and when you use them. You can make many more cards than that if you want. We are going to have a demo with this shortly, so I'll just give you a quick show of a few of the elements you're getting in here now. We'll delve in a little bit more later. $24.99 or $29.95, and that comes today with the extra 5% off. We have got for you the by the way, that comes with envelopes, just mention that too. Yes, you will get the rotation stamps that I mentioned earlier on as well here, which, as I said, look great by themselves, but when you build them up, oh, blimey, they make a look. This is your meadow wreath that we're bringing to you. So just to give you kind of the background on this, as you can see, this section here is your stamping circle, and it is a solid piece. You're then getting a sentiment in the middle, which you can change. Using just this stamper gives you just this look, depending on what colour you want to use with it. You've also got your butterfly roses. Then we've got your rustic botanicals, which I really adore this, especially, I'm sure it's the same around you, but has anyone got like any parks near them that has the little logos and signs that say left for nature? I don't know if that's just around my way, but yeah, on like roundabouts and things like that, there's little lovely hand-painted signs that said left for nature. So where people would normally mow the roundabout in the centre of town, they're not anymore. So there's all wildflowers growing. That's what this reminds me of. I think it's really beautiful. And we've also got your butterfly wishes as well, which again would go great with the Flutter by penny spinners, wouldn't it? The penny sliders. So we've got all of those in together, which as you can see in the bottom corners, you can layer up in different ways to get really different finishes. And it's $44.16 with the extra 5% off, or $52.95, again with the 5% off. So many of you messaging in, hello to you. If you have just tuned in, happy Sunday, I hope. Are you having a Sunday roast? I hope you are. I'm sorry, I shouldn't mention food, should I really? We've had so many of you message in. I had a little skim read of this one a moment or two ago and it made me giggle. If you were watching Softer Side earlier on, you will know that we were joined by the wonderful Bernie, and she mentioned to me at the end of it, she said, oh, I love doing a limerick and I've been thinking about a limerick for you for a while. Do you mind me asking, are you any good at technology? And I was like, oh, Bernie, no, I'm not, I'm rubbish. Took me about 4 weeks actually to even log into my CC Facebook page. So no, I'm not good at that at all, no. Well, she's taken that as inspiration apparently. She said, I promised Becky a limerick today, so here it is. There once was a lady named Becky who admits she's not very techie. She loves bags and shoes, but will get the blues if the cork fabric isn't very flecky. I love that. Becky, techie and flecky. That's brilliant. Well done, Bernie. I love that. We did have that gorgeous flecked cork fabric on earlier. If you do want to have a nosy at that with the 5% off, do. Right, I love that. Thank you, Bernie. We've had Lynn in saying, we always name our cards after female characters we like on TV or in movies. And our latest one is called Sam, after Samantha Carter in the Stargate TV series. I haven't watched Stargate. Have you, Debbie?
No, I haven't.
That sounds up my street, though, because I like a TV show like that, a little bit sort of spacey. And
Yeah, see, I'm not. No.
Are you a Doctor Whoer?
No.
Oh.
No, I don't really like sci-fi. That's not my thing. No.
Oh, I do.
No.
What's your favourite TV
Thrillers.
show?
See, I like thrillers and horrors. Yeah.
Are you a horror? Oh my gosh, no. I'm the type of person who like, I don't know, something happens on EastEnders and I'm like that. I can't watch.
Oh no, I love it. I'm watching Killing Eve at the moment.
Okay,
and it's
I do love that.
Brilliant.
Okay, yeah, I do love that one.
So good. So.
That one is one I watch behind a pillow, though. But it is brilliant. Jodie Comer's ace, isn't she? Anyway, Caroline said, my daughter named her car Storm, like X-Men. Brilliant films. Brenda's in saying, loving the dresses both of you ladies are wearing today. I like the crafts too. That's lovely of you. Actually, we're quite similar in our textures today, aren't we?
Yeah, I think we are, but mine's a top, not a dress, so it would probably be quite nice in a dress. So
beautiful, really lovely. And Hajana is saying, awesome cards, Debbie. And there's loads of people just saying how much they're loving the card, loving the design. And Patricia finally is saying, I love the rotation stamp, so easy to do with the magnetic stamp platform.
Yes.
Handy.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, the magnetic base and the that for me are a crucial part to get really amazing stamps like these ones, and I will show you exactly why. But if you haven't got one and you didn't want to purchase one, you can do them with our normal platforms as well. But to be able to get all these different colours in your actual stamp, and this one, I mean, this is gorgeous. If I move it backwards and forwards, it's actually got some silver silver embossing in there, which is amazing.
That's
So you do your sort of colours, and then your last one, you do that silver embossing. It looks so pretty. But look, I mean, I adore this one. I just think the colours in this are really nice. I love those rustic browns and those sort of olive greens. It looks absolutely beautiful. And I really like what our design team have done here, where they've done it on sort of a circle, one of our nesting dies, and then layered it onto the actual image itself. It looks really cool. But just being able to create all these different styles of cards that you do anything with look incredible, even onto craft card. I mean, that looks absolutely exquisite. So to start with, what you are going to need, you are going to have to have either our stamping platform, or I'm going to bring in, oh, I haven't got, there is one. Trying to find, this one was too small. So I'm finding our normal sort of platforms. Now you can use this, but it's just a little bit more trickier to line up. The reason being, you need to have your base, which has got your grid on it. I've just cut my card 7 inches by 7, or 7-inch square. You need to line this up on your board. So I know that my 7 inches is going to give me 2 of the squares all the way around, and that way it's completely central to my board, and this is where the magic happens. So I'm just making sure that's all in the right place. And then I'm just going to pop these down. Now the reason I have used a 7 by 7, it means, you can see my fingers are all inky already. Someone who last used this didn't wash the stamp, so when I picked it up I was covered in ink before I started. But I'm not worried, it's just a bit of ink which will wash off. So when I need to get this central to the board, what I then need to do is move this one out the way. I'm going to pop this down, and I'm going to bring in my top stamping platform. Now this time, this one is a 6 by 6 inches. So what I'm going to do, I do need to look over just to check where this is going, and you need to count how many. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I know I need to go 1 up. So it's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 at the side, 5 at the top, 5 on the right hand side, and 5 below. And then I know that I've got my stamp completely square, and I'm just going to look in over the top, so please excuse my head in the picture, and then I'm going to pick that up. So I know that that is exactly where it should be. Now the next thing I like to do, so I'm just showing you the tips that I've learned along the way, is where there's nothing on your set, I'm going to just push that down to make sure that it's gripped onto my stamping platform, because the actual design here, which is what I'll be inking up, when I then come to, if I bring my board back in, when we put this to here, I know that is completely central to where my card is, and then you can either cut it to shape, or if you did want to do just a 6 by 6 inch square, you could do that, spray a little bit of our stick and spray, and you can actually glue it. So it's our repositioning spray, you can actually glue it to the platform. So once you've done that, I'm going to choose my 4 colours, because I want to do it, we're going to rotate it 4 times. So I'm going to be bringing in my orange, my grasshopper, my fuchsia, and my parakeet. So all just really nice colours there. And what I am going to do, so I don't contaminate each one, I've just got myself a little wipe at the side so I can wipe my stamp as we go along. So all I'm going to do, the other good thing with the stamping platform is the fact that it doesn't matter if you miss stamp, you will be able to just re-stamp that down. So to start with, I'm going to start with my Crafter's Companion sign on my right hand side, so I know which way round I've stamped each side. So we're going to go down and we're going to stamp all that image down onto that stamp, but I haven't put a lot on there. I'm going to re-stamp that and make sure we've got plenty on there, and catch all those pieces. Now because I stamped with knowing that my Crafter's Companion sign was on my right hand side, I'm confident enough that I can then stamp again and get that image stamped completely on there, which gives me that beautiful pink to start with. So that's my first one. I'm just going to give that a wipe. because, I mean, you could then re-stamp it with another colour, but it would contaminate your pot just a little bit, and also you'd get a different colour come up. So then we're going to go in with our blue, or our parakeet. So just go in over the top. So this side, because we had it this way, we're going to rotate once round. So once you've rotated, you can then stamp that down. And it starts to then fill in our gaps as the stamp goes round. So again, I'm just going to use a little wipe to just wipe off that excess. And then we're going to go in and use our next colour. So I'm going to use our green. Just going to put my lids back on, otherwise I'll end up with ink everywhere. I know which ones I've used. So I've got my green here. So we're going to tap that one round. And again, because we used this one here, then we moved it again, then we move in it that third time. So it's going to go in our opposite corner. Place that down. And that then fills the gap even more. So again, just using our wipe just to take this off, and you can see how quick it's coming together, but it just gives you something absolutely beautiful. And you would never be able to get this sort of effect if you were in different colours if you didn't have a rotational stamp. I suppose the other thing you can do is colour it in, so you could do it in one colour and then colour in. So again, I know that this was that one, so I can actually go this way because I know that will be my final stamp. So we can pop that in, and then we've got our beautiful stamps all filled in all the way round. I mean, you just could not get a stamp like that, which just looks beautiful. You also then get a stamp that you can stamp directly in the centre with. So we've got have a beautiful day. So I can just place that in there, give in one more wipe of my dye. So when that goes back in the packet, that's all clean. And then all we're going to do is I can just then go straight back down with this one, pick that up, and then we can ink this one up. But this time what I'm going to do is I'm going to use just a couple of my stamps, colours, to just go over the top. And then we'll use that red again just to ink the other side. So that just gives us a little bit of a two-tone colour going on, and then we can stamp that in the centre. Oh, wrong way. Not that it matters because we can. It's a rotational stamp, so it works the same each way. And then that just gives us our beautiful stamp in the middle. I mean, it really couldn't be more simpler than that.
It's so wonderful, and that colour palette is brilliant. Patricia's asked a question, are you using the quick dry inks?
I am using quick drying inks, yes. You can use actually any of your inks in this. I would say your pigment inks or your quick drying. The good thing with the quick drying is as soon as you then go to stamp around it, it's already dry. But that literally, I mean, that's your card, isn't it? That's an instant card that you can have in literally maybe 5 minutes. So yeah, and you just choose the colours that you want to put on them.
I think that's gorgeous. So that's your second demo
of
the show. So make a little bit of a note for that. If you would like the background rotation stamps, here is your set of 4. So they're all working in the same sort of way. Let me bring to you next up, if I may, some double-sided dies. Now these are something which is so incredibly popular. Why do you think, Debbie, that the double-sided dies are always just so popular here at Crafters Companion? Why is that, do you think?
Sorry, I wasn't even listening to you, Becky. I was cleaning.
I thought you were nodding at me.
No.
I was just saying.
George was talking in my ear, so I was nodding to her.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, that's why.
That's all right. I'm just saying double-sided dies, they're always so popular here, aren't they?
So much so. For me, they're ingenious. I love that we're the only company in the world that do them. They look incredible. They layer up in one pass through the machine. They're amazing.
It's fabulous. And the fact that you can get them now as edgeables makes them even more exceptional. Again, edgeables, perfect for creating the edges, for example, on your cards. So I'm bringing to you a selection of 3. I'm going to bring you the florals. Going to also bring to you your butterflies, and I've got your stars for you as well here. Should be nearly £40, actually just £17.53 today for you. I've got some more edgeables now for you. And these ones, I think you're going to love. We have got your modern shaped edgeables now. I'm looking at these and I'm instantly thinking paper piecing, acetate behind, happy as Larry on a Sunday. By the way, Larry loves a Sunday. So yeah, we've got oodles of these. Let me show you some of the ones that we're getting. So modern edge is 5 elements in this. You've got your hearts in here. You've also got your elegant rose. We're bringing to you your balloon bouquet. We've got for you your butterfly breeze, and you're getting the party cakes as well. There we go. So all of those ones in together, £27.96. If you are platinum, you're getting 20% off, but you're also getting an extra 5% off today, no matter where you stand in Club Inspire, because that's what we're doing. It's the last day for it today. Do you know anyone who's having a birthday this year? Yeah, probably. Well, then these ones are going to be fabulous for you. I'm bringing to you your border designs with the likes of your happy birthdays. Now, these ones are particularly close to Debbie's heart, as it is something that she definitely had a hand in. We're bringing to you loads of these. Again, let me run through them for you. So I'm starting off here with the happy birthday, of course, which, as you can see, you're getting the edge, you're getting the cutter, you're getting the word sentiment in there too. We've also got the thinking of you. Congratulations. Best wishes. Your thank yous. Your with loves. Your hello. And your good luck. All of those in together. I mean, think of an event, any event. Oh, I don't know. Me, dog's birthday. I've got one in there. That was off the top of my head, yeah. The 11th of October, if you're wondering. If I'm thinking, oh, blimey, someone's doing, got their exams coming up. Well, I could go for a congratulations, or I could go for a best wishes or a good luck, couldn't I? There's something for everyone in here. So if you do fancy grabbing them, they're going to last and last and last. That is your borders. So who fancies a demo with them? Because these are close to your heart, aren't they, Debbie?
Yeah, so every year we get asked to put ideas towards the team of things that we as crafters would like to see. And I love edgeables. They are one of my all-time favourite things. We're very famous now at Crafters Companion for our edgeable dies. And I wanted an edgeable die that also incorporated a word as well as having a really fancy border on it. And it's where these come from. And our Jo ended up naming them Debbie Fisherballs, which I thought was quite funny. So that's always stuck throughout the company now that we call them Debbie Fisherballs. But I love that because what we've got here is really pretty intricate designs, and then you've got your gorgeous sentiment through it, because the one thing that we put on every card is a sentiment. So to be able to incorporate both of them with a die like this, to be able to create all your different looking cards, different concept cards, different ways that we can use things are amazing. I love this one. It's one of my favourite ones at the moment to do. So having a stepper card, but cutting that into the side of your stepper card looks incredible, but keeping it really bold and just having it going up the side of the card looks incredible. And then keeping it quite simple. This is very wedding-y, I think, so you could do that in any sort of colours that you want, even though I know it's a happy birthday card. It's what I mean is the colours almost show that. I'm going to be doing one, and we're going to then be making some of these foam flowers to go onto the card as well. So let's pop them back in my sample box. So to start with, we're going to be getting ourselves just, this is an A4 piece of card. I've just scored it in half and folded it, and it's made then an A5 card blank. So I'm going to take the happy birthday die and we're going to place that on the side of our card. Now just make sure, as with any edgeable, one edge cuts out and one edge edge stays in the card. So this edge here, as we go round, that's the piece that's going to cut in. So I want to make sure that this stays on the outside of my edge where I want to put it. Now, the choice is yours. I mean, you could have this down the side of your card. You could even have it going across your card there and put some acetate at the back. You could have a smaller card and have, again, acetate at the bottom, or you could use that at the bottom and have a 6-inch card that just cuts along the bottom. But I thought we'd do something a little bit different. I'm going to use my die to cut this corner off so it's still got enough movement here or enough space to actually stand up. So I need my Gemini plates for this because it's a A4 platform. So I'm going to bring that into play. We're then going to pop that onto here, use some low-tack tape just to hold that down. Now I'm going to pop that just over the edge because the good thing about these dies, they're a little bit different to what our normal legible dies are. Normally we have a little sort of pokey bit that comes out the side. This time these are completely flat, which means when you line them up against two flat pieces, you're governed by those side pieces. But because I want to go at a wonky angle, we're going to put this just across like this. And then I'm going to put my tape on the bottom because that's the piece that's going to be cut away. So what we could also do, because we do have the function of the Gemini, we can just use the reverse, which means it won't take long to go in. So once I know that that die's gone through and sort of cut through, which should be about there, it's not making any noise, which normally does a little crunchy noise, I can then just reverse it. And it's not because the die needs it, it just speeds up the time that we're actually die cutting, just so we can get onto the fun part. So taking this out, popping my plates to the side, and then, I mean, that just falls out. Look how, I mean, that is incredible that cuts that level of detail so quickly and gives us this beautiful, it even gives us an edge here, which is just beautiful. So what I have got as well is I'm going to bring this one in across. I've already done one, and what I've done is I'm using the one I've done because I've cut some really pretty paper, and all I've done is with the die itself, I've put that inside and just cut round this piece just to create that border. And I'm not worried about this bit here because it's obviously a curved, it's a sort of strange shape going around there, but it means I can decorate this card, which works really well. So I'm using a piece of one of our papers out of one of our card packs, and we're going to just throwing things around, just going to affix that to the inside of our card. And that's going to then really show off our gorgeous word die through that bright colour. I'm a bit of a pink girl, Becky. What are you? Are you?
I'm a purple person.
A purple person. Well, right colours for the job.
I know, right? Yeah, that's what drew me to it.
Yeah, we like corporate colours. So then I'm just going to use this one. Yeah, pinks and greens I always tend to head towards.
How does the colour, what do you think of when you think of the colour pink? Because I know it means a lot to a lot of different people.
I just think of it as just a really pretty, beautiful colour, yeah.
Pretty.
It's so pretty.
I always like purple because purple to me is the colour of a hug. If you were to colour a hug in, I think it would be purple.
Purple.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, I love purple. I do love purple, but I'm definitely, pinks person. Right, so we've got our card, but before we decorate, we're going to make some beautiful flowers. So we're going to combine this with Sarah's collection. I adore this. If for nothing else, you absolutely want these leaf dies. These are gorgeous. You're going to use these with everything because they're a really nice size. They're a lovely big size to cut your leaves. They give you this imprint inside them as well, even when you cut them out of just normal card, which are gorgeous. But they're designed to go with the foam flowers, the foam forming foam flower forming foam. So you've got this beautiful green, almost like that sage green, which is just gorgeous. And then we've got these two coordinating pink colours, which are beautiful. And then we've got our actual traditional rose, which are so lovely. You're getting these in all these different sizes. So the first thing we're going to do is show you exactly how we can use these dies. I'm going to take one of these sheets of foam. These are really good quality foam. They just shape so easy. I know Sarah and Leanne and the team spent a long time trying to get the perfect foam, and this is the one that they ended up with, and it's amazing. So I'm going to take a green as well. The great thing about these is you can cut several layers at a time. So I'm going to fold this in half and fold that in half again. So we're going to cut our leaves into there. So we've actually got 4 layers of foam. You could do 6 layers. You would get away with being able to do 6 layers, but I only need to do 4. So we're going to just pop these on, and then I'm going to use my dies. So bringing in my Gemini plates, it's the same platform as any thin metal die. So we're going to place them on there, and I'm going to cut my 2 leaves. And then we're going to bring in our beautiful pink, and we're going to cut our other dies. So I'm just going to use for now our 2 biggest dies. And in fact, I will use that third one as we can fit that on. So we'll pop those in, and it means in one pass through the machine, we're getting 12 petals there, and then we're going to start to form them into a beautiful flower. So popping that through in our Gemini. You also get, do I believe you get stamens with this collection as well? Yeah.
Are beautifully
are.
complementary colours, so they'll work great with it. Can you use these foams for the lovely succulents that we did before?
Yes, someone mentioned that, didn't they, earlier? They would be amazing for those.
Good colours for
absolutely. Maybe, I don't know how we're doing for time. I mean, we might even be able to try that out. Yeah, absolutely. We just have, so that's the thing, isn't it, with a Second Chance Sunday, we just have so much. But look at these leaves. Not only do you get the beautiful petals, you also get the embossed print from this embossing inside them. They're amazing. I love these leaves. These are the ones I don't know if we can you get them singular? Because I'd be buying extras of these. They're amazing. Sure. So just taking all these bits away. So not that we needed that many, I just wanted you to show that you could cut them out at the same time just by doubling over and making 4 of them. So I'm going to pop them to the side, and then we can do the same with this one. Just pop them apart. I think I've got another one in there. So you can either flick them or just use your fingertips. You could use a pokey tool just to separate them. So again, till we need them. And then we've got our, there we go, our leaves. So the next thing we're going to do, you're going to take, now you could use a heat tool, but the best thing to use for them is an iron. I'm not sure, do we have, George, do we have ball tools on the website? Because what a great thing to do is to have, they could be flower forming ball tools. I'm not sure what they would come under. Ball tools, shaping tools, and I'm just going to bring in just a regular iron. Now the reason we have an iron is because these are heat activated, which is why they're flower forming foam. It's quite a mouthful, isn't it?
It's all the alliteration, isn't it?
Absolutely. And let's just take out these ones as well, because what we are going to do, we're going to place, now if you have a little bit of sensitivity to heat, what I would suggest is getting your tweezers and putting your tweezers onto using your tweezers to place the flowers onto your iron. But what I am going to do is I'm just going to place this on and take my ball tool. Now I'm taking my largest ball tool and I'm going to have my, this is called a distressor, a petal distressor I believe this is. So this is probably on the website as well, which is a really cool little tool. You don't have to have it, but it does rough your edges up, which is really good. So I'm going to place this onto here, and then as we do this, I can then flick that off, and then this is already shaped beautifully. And then what I'm going to do is put the petals together, so fold all those petals together, fold each individual one round, and then we're going to roll them up. And when you've rolled them up like this, then what we're going to do is use our distressor to go over the top. And what that does is it gives a more realistic look. And then we're going to take that largest ball tool and we're going to just stretch over. And that's going to give us a more realistic flower. You don't need to stretch too much because you don't want to break the flower, although sometimes it looks quite nice when you get those slits in there, because not all petals are perfectly formed and lots of them do have those slits in them. So don't ever worry if you do that to your petal. Then what we're going to do, you do get with your ball tools, you get a foam block like this. So all I'm going to do is use that to create my petal that's coming in, and then I can just pop that to one side. So we'll do that again. So just pop it onto the iron. So popping it onto here, and then you're just going to move that round, and then once that starts to take shape, we can take that off, fold them in, and then start to distress them. So they're very easy. There's something quite therapeutic about making your petals for your foam flowers.
Yeah, it looks relaxing.
And you can really sort of make different effects, do different sizes. You can build them up. They all just look amazing. So there we go, holding those into place. And then again, folding those up, giving that a distress, and then we can use those ball tools. And remember, your ball tools are great for even just general card making. If you're wanting to make petals, you can use these to actually create different shapes in your petals. Just use it with your stamping mat. So, and if you did want to just heat it up again a bit more, you can always add it onto there, but it just makes more realistic flowers. This is the sort of thing that you would just spend ages doing, because they look so amazing when you put them all together. So I've done the 3 here, and then what I'll do is just make some of the smaller ones, and then we can pop that onto our card to finish that off. Do we have any questions at all, Becky?
We do.
Oh, great.
Dale's in.
Hi, Dale.
Hi, Dale. Dale's saying, referring to the word edgeables, can you use these dies in the MIDI?
Yes, you can. Yeah, absolutely. So what I would say, Dale, is they work in the MIDI. It just depends what concept you do. So if you do a bigger concept card, obviously they're not going to work so well in the MIDI, because you would need to use a different die cutting machine, a bigger die cutting machine to do bigger concepts. But if you were doing a standard size that would fit in to the actual MIDI, then yes, they would work perfectly.
Lovely, thank you for that. We've had loads of people talking more about car names, also quite a few people talking about Doctor Who. Alison saying, my whole family are with you, Becky. We are big Doctor Who fans. My daughter's sweet 16th party was a Doctor Who theme. That is so cool. One of my friends has a real TARDIS. Now, when I say a real TARDIS, I mean it is a life-size metal TARDIS. I don't know if it's real on the inside because I've never been allowed in. Apparently I'm too clumsy. You've got a friend who works on Doctor Who, George. That's cool. Love that. Anyway, we have also got lots of people messaging in about colourways that they're loving right now. We've had Shelley saying, I'm with Debbie. Pink is the best, but purple is a close second. Rebecca is saying that pink and greys and greens are my colours at the minute. It's very Instagrammable, that is Rebecca. I've also got Monkey Head in saying coral and gold and some navy. Ooh.
Oh, my daughter has just opened, she's opening a new salon, and she's just done that navy and rose gold and white. Looks amazing.
That sounds fabulous, actually. Very pretty. We've got Pamela in saying, I love purple, mint and teal. That's the whole colour concept of the downstairs of my house. Yeah, that is the colour I go forward to. I've had Alison questioning for you, saying, what can you use if you don't have the finger flower distresser?
That's a good question. What could you use? Trying to think.
Is it knobbly?
It's because it's a texture, yes.
Yeah.
So because it's textured.
What about old school textured metal thimble? Would that do it?
Yeah, that might do it. Yeah.
What
you
about
just
the
need
back
something
of a
rough
toothbrush?
to rub it onto.
You know the back of some
Yes.
toothbrushes, you get the little ridging like tongue cleaner bit.
That's right, yes you do.
Could that do?
You never know. Yeah, it's just a case of trying different things, isn't it? Right, we've got one more and then we will put our flower together. So George is just asking about the iron. I've got it just below the highest. You want it on a hot temperature.
So sort of cotton temperature?
Yes, yes. So it's not completely at the top hot, but it's, yeah, I would say cotton. Must have it on there.
So if
it is exactly that cotton.
Yeah.
Yep.
I only know that because I own an iron for crafting only. I don't own clothes that need ironing.
I love ironing.
Do you?
Yeah.
Hey, you'll have a grand time round mine or get you a stack.
Yeah, I do it all the time. I love it. I love just, I'll put a film on and I'll just have a pile of ironing and do it all. And yeah, I love it.
I only get my iron out if I'm crafting. It's the only time ever.
So what I'm going to bring out now, Becky, which is, oh, we've got a bit caught, so let me just put that round there. I'm going to bring in my hot glue gun because it's the best thing we can do to attach each petal to each other. So I'm going to take it off of there first of all. We're just going to put a little piece in the centre and then we're just going to take our die or our flower and pop that in the middle. We're then going to pop this on and we're just going to build these all up. So build that one up. I'm also then going to just bring this in because what we can start doing, even though the glue dries quite quickly, we can still use our ball tool just to go down on the inside. And can you see how that's really starting to form that those beautiful petals? And then we're going to start building again by putting the smaller ones in. And you don't need a lot of glue. You can use, if you want to, your glue gel, your 3D glue gel, or you can use the hot glue gun. It's definitely what I would recommend because it takes up less time. And then we've got one more, which I'm just going to put onto the back there. Pop that into the centre. You don't even have to worry too much about them being precise because that will do all the work for you. So as I'm putting that in, I'm just turning because your glue will attach itself to the actual ball tool. So it's just stuck in there. But that's created, look at that beautiful flower. It really does create a realistic looking flower. So pop my glue away there. And then we can use that on our card. So popping that on and using our leaves that we've got here. So pulling those ones out. So making sure they're all the right way. And all I'm going to do with those is attach them to the card by using, so I'm going to turn them over and I'm just going to put a bit going up the centre of each one. So we can pop that on, turn that round. So they will go into there we go, and that will keep their shape. I'm not worried about this bit because we can then stick those on. And then we can just pop that in. I'm going to put this a little bit higher. Glue that underneath and the other one underneath. And then put this one in the centre there. And then we can just add our flower. And there we go.
That's so lovely. I love that.
Yeah,
I'm just thinking when I'm looking at that rose as well, if you put that with like the baby aloe, You could actually do like a 3D design with it, couldn't you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh,
but it just creates just an amazing looking card, because you're actually you've got all those pretty papers going on, that beautiful border, and then that gorgeous flower on there.
Pretty.
Yeah, really lovely.
Great colour palette there as well, Debbie.
Yes. Pink and green.
Yeah. Okay, so there you go. That's another little treasure for you. We are going to see if we can fit in another demo before past as well. But before that, let me just run through the collection that you've just been able to treat yourself to. Starting off with the stamen for your makes. You're getting 400 of these in corresponding complementary colours. So you're getting 400 of these. The lovely thing with these, if you've not seen them before, is actually if you keep your eye on that one, you'll be able to see if I pull the other end of another one, they are actually double-sided. So that means you get that really bountiful shape and the good stickability, if you will. Then you have the leaves, the filigree foliage. You're getting the foam as well. Now, I know it's hard to tell, isn't it, when you're sat at home and you're thinking, hang on, is that similar to the foam you just buy in your local crafts shops for, I don't know what, £1 a sheet or something? This is not the same at all. The feel of it is different. You've seen the shapeability of it, and there's so many uses, as you saw then with the fabulous Debbie. So if you want to give it a go, you can today. And to create those flowers, you've also got that rose garden traditional rose as well. So all of those ones you can grab if you want to recreate the look that Debbie's just done. However, if you're planning on getting a little bit autumnal, let me offer to you the autumn variety. Now this one has got some lovely autumn flowers in it, including but not limited to a poinsettia. Poinsettias, I think a lot of us maybe think about Christmas, don't we? And one of the reasons for that is because it is actually the flower of December. So if you're born in December, this is said to be your flower of the month. But actually, the poinsettia means so much. I'm sure it was the ancient Aztecs who used to believe that poinsettias themselves, they used to represent kind of purity, and they were a representation of kind of new life and new beginnings. So you can use this all year round, especially with the colours we've got. As well as the poinsettia, you're going to be getting the holly. We've got the really wonderful sort of fallen leaves. Of course, we're calling this the autumn collection, but these are great if you do them in a bright colour. You can use them all year round, could you? We've also got here for you the flowers too. These ones giving you that Christmas rose. And then you've got your pine cones. And this is the colour array that you're getting. And you get an idea there of how much you're getting, because you're getting 12 in total. All of that in together, you're going to be able to have a whale of a time playing with these. We're getting it for, should be £50 today though, £37. But remember, we're in the last few hours of our extra 5% off, so if you do love a bargain and a discount, then these are great for you. Peekaboo stamp and die collection I have got for you next, so let me bring this to you. Oh man, I keep dropping that one. Oh yeah, I mean, it was going to happen once and it was going to happen twice. Third time's a charm. I'll do it again in a bit. Let me bring to you your peekaboo now, if I may. If you haven't seen the peekaboos before, what they are is a selection of dies and stamps that create these lovely little characters that look like they're kind of just peeping over a wall or a fence. Let me bring to you your peekaboo cat. So here, just to give you an idea of what you're getting, you can see a little cat peeping up. You get the word perfect, and you get lots of sentiments in here. You're also getting the body of the cat. So if you do stamp it on the inside, you get the lovely little cat behind. Looks like your cat's looking out the window. As well as that, I've got your peekaboo dog in here as well. The peekaboo dog, let me show you there, little waggly tail waiting. You could put a picture of a postman on the outside of this, couldn't you? But you've got loads of different lovely elements in here, including a sentiment saying, leaves a paw print on your heart. And for any animal lovers, I think that's very true. And of course, lots of animals have paws. It's not just dogs, is it? For your rabbit or whatever, so that's a nice one. I've then got, roar, that was my impression of an elephant, apparently. I've got your elephant here for you. Oh, Georgina's is much better. How did you do that? No, I just... No, well, it was almost like that. You have got here your elephant or your heffalump, if you love a bit of the Winnie the Pooh. And you've got plenty in here, including Welcome Little One, which isn't a sentiment I personally have seen before, actually, and I've seen plenty. But yeah, it's a lovely one for beginning of life. And there you go with the little behind as well. And then we have got your bear. I like the bear. I think the big snoot on him makes him look a little bit cheeky. So this is the peekaboo bear that you've got. And then we've got the giraffe. The giraffe is it is my favourite animal at the zoo. I absolutely love a giraffe.
Oh, mine too.
Is it? Oh, way off. I love the giraffe. And giraffes, they're said to be a signature of sort of grace and
I love them.
elegance. And me too. These, when they stick their tongues out, or when they wink at you or blink at you, they're just their eyelashes. Oh my gosh, they're amazing. Yeah, anyway, we've got your giraffe here too, which have lovely sentiments. These ones nicely broken up so you can make different designs. And then you've got your bunny rabbit. The bunny rabbit here for you. Began peeping over, and remember before we were talking about with the succulents how actually what you could do is maybe attach like a carrot design to this. It could be the top of a carrot. You could do something quite fun there, couldn't you, with the bunny sneaking a nose at the 3D carrot. So yes, we've got the bunny there for you. All of those ones you get in, the bunny, the giraffe, the bear, the elephant, the dog and the cat today is just $41.54. But do remember that you've got an extra 5% off as well. We have got many more goodies and another demo coming up. So before that though, let me let you know we've got the decorative border panels still available for you today. If you do want to seize the moment, 12 of those ones again. But before all of that, if you are getting all of these, let's see how we can use them with Debbie.
Yes, absolutely. What I adore about these is literally the versatility of them. So the die itself, each one that you go for comes in 3 different dies. You have a die at the side here, which will cut out the right-hand side, and you have a die to the left to cut out the left-hand side. But you also have a die that will just cut out if you just want to use it as like a create a card die. So this one will just cut out. So when you place your die over the top of a piece of card and you place then the die around it, you can then place your other one around and that will cut out a whole border. You will just need to snip around the edges of them and you will get this beautiful cut out border die. So that's one of the ways that you can use them. So what I'm going to do is show you how we can use them all in a different way. So popping that to the side, I'm going to bring myself in a card blank. Again, just an A4 piece of card, folded and burnished in half to create our A5 card. And then what we're going to do is we're going to again do it slightly different. I really quite like jaunty angles. And this time what we're going to do is we're going to bring our card and our main create a card die and our outside cutting edge die. So we're going to pop this die to one side and then cut this one out. So again, because I'm using it on a larger piece of card, we need to open up the card. I'm going to be using it on my Gemini, my main Gemini plates. So bringing that one in, opening up our card and then cutting that in. So what you want with this, because this is the cutting die, we want it to cut into that top piece and at the bottom. So I'm just going to bring it to where that will cut down on each. Now where you have that is up to you. We could bring it a little bit more, you can bring it a little bit less, so however you want to do it. Then we're going to place that die. Now if you're not too confident on cutting both together, please just cut one at a time because it's absolutely fine to do so. I'm going to cut both together because I'm going to use my low tack tape to tape them both down. So I'm just putting that into place using that outside edge as my guideline, and then we will tape one piece there and I am going to put another piece on just so it doesn't slip. put another piece onto here, and then we will run that through. Now again, because we've got the ability of using our reverse action, we can send that through and then have that come out. But actually, I'm not going to do that because the last time I did that, it did just go over the cut, although we have taped that down quite securely, but we will let that just go through. And also I want you to see that the die cut just once through the machine. The power of the Gemini is all you need to do. Just one pass through the machine gives you such intricacy in your die cutting that it then allows you to just get onto the main part, which is the crafting. So I'm going to take that away. I'm not worried about that tearing my card too much because it's going to come away from that side. Pop them to the side, and you can see, I mean, look how beautiful that has cut out. Then I'm going to take my large scissors and we're going to snip away this piece here. I'm going to slightly turn it because I can't see in these, oh, this way, if I go this way, I can't, with the lights, it's hard to actually see that piece. So taking that part away, that gives us our first part of the card. Now this time what I want to do, I want to create a panel here. So we've got a piece of pretty paper, which I'm going to use underneath. Using pink again, sorry, it's definitely a pink day.
Yeah, why
so
not?
that's going to go underneath. And then we're going to bring in another piece of coordinating card. So what I like to do is to bring in this piece of card. I can see that what piece I don't need. So I'm going to just sort of cut slightly round and that piece off so I can see my die. Because what I am going to do is I'm going to line this up roughly just along there, and we're going to bring in our other edge of our die. Now this die is going to marry up into the bottom here, so I know that this part will go round my butterfly, and this part will then go round the top of my butterfly. So I'm just bringing that in, and that's going to give me the perfect shape for a round. So just bringing that in, I'm going to tape my tape onto there, and then we can run that through. And in fact, I'll bring in my Gemini Junior plates because that's all I need for this part. I've got quite bent plates here, but they're still usable. So popping them through. And that's going to cut out that silhouette to go around there. Now what I have done, I thought it'd be nice to do something a little bit different. I've cut out some triangles of the same cardstock. And we're going to take that piece away. So this time what we've used both of our, so we've used this to go around the outer edge.
Yeah.
So that will then fit into that space perfectly around there. We've then used the die on this side to go around there, and we've used both together to create this piece. Now the reason I wanted a darker piece, I want to put it underneath to act as a shadow. So we're just going to slightly come out there, so we've got that beautiful shadow at the side. So let's pop our card together. I'm just going to take out all those little pieces. But before I stick it down, the reason I created these triangle pieces, I'm going to put them on alternative sides. So with this piece here, we're going to use this against here. Just going to make sure that we've got that the right way against there. Yep, so that's fine. And we're going to lay that down inside. And this just creates something a little bit different. So, and these were just all odd pieces of paper that I had left over when I was creating the demo. And then we can pop this across, but what I don't want to do, I want to turn this over. So using my pokey tool, just going to grab a pokey tool I have, wrap that around your pokey tool and actually pull that in. If you pull that in, it just creates something a little bit different. So when we pop this over here, it just gives this different look coming in. So you can, I think we'll do that a little bit more. So pulling that in, and then we can then just apply our tape, not on that edge, but just so it keeps that bit in the card. So popping that over the top. So that creates our inside. I then want to create this on the back. So we're going to pop that in, and we're going to just make sure that fits, because this bit here just needs snipping off. So I'm just going to snip around that a little bit more, just so that fits into my gap underneath because I want to give it that shadow effect. So as we put that in, that's perfect. I'm then going to use my dotty tape pen. So bringing that in, we can use that as our piece of scrap. And I'm just going to put this over here. And then what will happen is then when we come to affix this over the top, I'm just going to slightly take it out the edge, but we'll do it the other way so we can see what we're doing. So putting it into the side and just making sure we have that outer edge poking through. There we go. It just gives that little bit of highlight on the side. And then we can glue our panel into place. So again, I've used the alternative on this side. Putting that down into the corner. It just adds that little bit of interest. And you could, I suppose, even use your flower forming foam to make little flowers coming out of those corners, which would be quite nice. Lots of different ways you can do these. So putting that across, that will fit. Oh, you know what I've done? I've put the glue, haven't I, onto that, but never mind, we can still, that'll just hold it all into place. So folding that round. Oh, it will catch on, there we go. Doesn't want to turn as easy because I've put some glue on there. That's fine, there we go. And then all I've done to finish off, I've just created one of our sentiments, our, can't think what they're called, fancy font sentiments.
Yes.
And we're going to just pop these on. So using, I mean, if you've got, this would be ideal if you've got a, oh, that's why I'm using the wrong one, my dotty tape pen. I was thinking that wasn't going on very well. Your normal tape pen is not good for your intricate die cuts, but your dotty one is perfect. So we're just going to pop that, and I think we'll do that again at a jaunty angle, going up our card there. So we've kept that quite simple, but we've actually added lots of interest, and then we've got that beautiful die cut. I'll turn that round. And there we go.
Oh, it is magical. Oh, I adore it. Oh, Debbie, again, thank you so much. It's time to get interactive now. We need to be voting for the demo of the show. So Debbie's going to collect her makes, and while she is, I'll read out some of your messages. This is so pretty. I love the edgeables, says for holidays. We've got Melissa in saying, I sent my friend a peekaboo card just because I wanted to. She loved it and so did I. They are so cute. Melissa, that's what I like about a peekaboo card too. I think the last 18 months have, taught us many things, but if you just want to send a card just to raise a smile, go for it. And you're so right, the peekaboos definitely do that. Pandora said, ooh, I have these dies, the edgeables. And I love them. They're so lovely, and I'm just about to use them, says, who has said that one? Aisha said that one, that she's working with them. So excited to see you demoing with them. Pamela's in, so never thought of layering them like this. That's so pretty. So loads of people loving that demo. If you want to get involved with making those yourself, all of the info is here at the side of your screen. Remembering that we have got a little bit of time left, but not too much, on the extra 5% off. So if you do love a deal, then you're in the right place today. So it's time to vote for our demo of the show. Debbie, remind us what we're voting for.
Okay, so number one. Number one, we've got that beautiful paper plane, which is amazing. Love that one. So you've got that gorgeous penny slider on that one. And then we've got the one, I will mount this onto a card if it's a winner, but we've got then that beautiful rotating stamps.
Yes.
Love this one. So this is our number 3. So it's the happy birthday with that gorgeous rose flower. And then number 4 with that gorgeous edgeable die.
So get your votes in now, 1, 2, 3 or 4, and we will announce the winner for that. We're going to give you about 5 minutes to vote. This is how you can get involved. We asked you straight at the start of this show to get your pictures in, and thank you so much. I just love being nosy at all of your designs. You know what it's like when you're a crafter, you just ooh and an ahhing at everyone else's. So we have got some pictures that you've sent in. Let's have a little look. Rosalind is the first person. Oh, way up, that's so cool. So it's a penny slider with a camper van and with a flamingo. That is fabulous. Oh my gosh, I absolutely love that. Road trip. Can I just say, Rosalind, love the colours you've gone for there, really pretty. Renee is in with us next. Oh, well, this is very classy. This is a very elegant design. Again, I'm loving the textures you've gone for on there, and that sentiment is beautiful. Thank you for sending that one. That is really special. And this is a closer up. Oh, this is the front of it. Oh, blimey! Right, hang on. So it's paper pieced, is it? And then is it? Oh my gosh, that is even cleverer. Cleverer. I've just added an extra syllable. That's so clever, Renee. So the first picture was the inside, and then this is the outside of it. So it folds in on itself, giving it that paper piece look. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. I love it, and whoever you're sending in that to or selling that to, they're going to adore it too. Thank you for that, Rennie. Nina's in with her penny sliders. Oh wow, Nina, you've had so much fun with these. I love the bright colours that you've gone for on them. And the Flutterby one is fabulous with the extra floral detail and the little grass. They're fabulous, aren't they?
They look amazing. Such a great job they've done.
Thank you so much for sending those ones in. We have had loads of treats for you, and one that I do want to just let you know we've had on the show today with the 5% off is the Floral Frame stamps. These have been so popular, so if you would like to seize the moment on them, now could definitely be the best time to do that. You're getting lots of different ones here, and as you can see, each one comes with your stamp, it comes with some sentiments, and it comes with a die which helps create that final framing. So I am bringing to you, I'm so happy for you. Wonderful design with that really textured details, and you've got celebrate your day amongst other sentiments. Don't forget you can swap your sentiments around there. We've then got these beautiful lilies as well. This is for a special friend thinking of you. The details on these, I love the idea actually, because obviously lilies, you know, can represent quite a sad thing on occasion, but imagine using your sparkles with them. That's going to make them almost a little bit fairy garden, isn't it? Remember, we've still got them available with the free clears if you want them. Then I'm bringing to you the poppy design here. This one is You Mean So Much To Me collection. And then I'm bringing to you your With Love. This one has got those wonderful traditional roses. They're really 3D. Again, for your colouring, they're going to be something a bit special. We've also got your Heartfelt. Now, these ones have got that daisy-like feel to them, and they're the kind of daisies that you get in, you know, meadows, etc. So they've got a really intriguing finish and feel to them. Daisies, of course, really important one if you're into your history and if you're into sort of, you know, well, yeah, history, Greek mythology, etc. Because the Freya, the Norse goddess, believed that the daisy was the sacred flower. So a really nice one, especially for mothers as well. It's said to be the flower of motherhood. So this is a really wonderful one to use again all year round. And then last but by no means least, you've got your May Your Dreams Come True. And I really find it quite interesting that these ones have got the foxgloves in. You don't see many packs with foxgloves, but they, for me, are one of the most standout flowers. You know, if you're walking around, you see them, you really recognise them. They just sort of tower over everything, giving you this big burst of colour. And also, if you are interested in sort of creating stories to your cards, it's believed that if you if you want to annoy a fairy, you should pick a foxglove because it's said to be one that really winds them up.
Oh, but why would you annoy a fairy?
Well, no, you wouldn't. But imagine doing a little picture of a fairy at the front who looks a little bit kind of, you know, she's eyeing up the foxgloves.
The naughty imps, then you can show them.
Yeah, definitely. So don't offend any fairies and do not pick any foxgloves. But yeah, you've got all of those there today. That was loud. Sorry. For $64.95. So let's have a little look at that final one actually, shall we? Because you've got it in front of you and it's a beauty.
It's so lovely, isn't it? So I'm going to demo this one because it is my favourite. I absolutely love this. There's something very fairy garden about this. It's really lovely. These frames really do create a gorgeous stamp set that you can colour in, which are amazing. So you're getting that stamp set and then you're getting the aperture die to cut through it. And you can do them in any way. I love ones like this because you can use them any way, which depending on which way you put your sentiment, you can use these either way, any way that you want. The lily one, I mean, that is so gorgeous. Creating a beautiful lily card, sorry, a shaker card, just looks incredible. I do love the poppies. I have a bit of a thing for a poppy, obviously, because my daughter's named Poppy, so it's so pretty. But then doing them whatever colours that suits you, that you want to go with your pretty papers.
They're just wonderful.
Oh,
demo of the show.
Demo of the show. Okay.
The winner is, what do you guess it is, Debbie?
I think possibly the happy birthday one, number 3.
It's number 4.
Number
is your
4,
winner,
yes, the Edgeable.
is
That's a beautiful. I do love that one. Yeah, really lovely.
So that one is your demo of the show. It's now time to vote for demo of the day. That we have just looked at, we're going to call number 1, or you could call it friend if you wanted. We're going to call this one number 2. This is a bag created by Bernie earlier on, using that cork fabric with the fleck and some other little pop elements, including the snap tool that we haven't had on for like 3 years. So that was back in stock. So we made this bag today on air. And then, sneaky hidden one, is your make number 3. This one was made earlier on by the wonderful Debbie, and this is your succulents that we did. So just to show you all the way around that one to give you an idea. So this is number 3. So vote now and we'll have a little look back on that in a couple of minutes. So get your votes in whilst you can. We are going to be demoing next up the floral frames with the wonderful Debbie.
So the floral frames are so simple to do. They come with a stamp and the die to cut that beautiful aperture out of your card. So each one comes with its own individual shape and its own individual stamp, and it also has beautiful sentiments that go with it. So with this one you're getting may all your dreams come true, or the best things in life are free. So we're going to be using the main stamp out of here. All I've done is creating myself a little 10-fold card blank, which is measuring 5 3/4 by 4 3/4, and I've just created that on a 10-fold. So what I want to do is I want to stamp this bit here. So our main stamp, we're going to stamp straight on top of our card. So taking it off of here, these are beautiful stamps to work with. Oh, I wonder what that was then. It's can't think of the word, the carrier sheet. So I'm going to place this so the die literally fits right to the bottom of my card. The next thing I'm going to do is bring in my stamping platform. So if you haven't got a stamping platform, please, if you can, invest in one, because you are investing in all your future stamping. It's going to be totally amazing. So putting this down, creating this part here, then we're going to do our stamping. So I'm just going to make sure, because I've got my card doubled over, just making sure I've caught all the places that are going to hold that down. And then we're going to pick up our stamp using our stamping platform. So then I'm going to be bringing in, because we're using alcohol pens, I am going to be using my flagstone. So bringing this in, and then just stamping all over. So you can't make any mistakes. The stamps are beautiful to stamp with, but also if you stamp and it doesn't pick up all your ink, you can go back in and re-stamp it because we're using that magnetic base. So make sure that all your connectors are in their little holes, and then you can stamp straight down. Just use your fingers to go round, and then you can stamp that down. But you can see this bit here, is missing a little bit, so I can go back in and pop that back in. So use that one, go back down, and then I just know this bit here just need to pop down. And there we go, it gives us that beautiful stamping. So taking that off, the next thing we're going to do, we're going to actually do some die cutting. So pop that there, bring in this die, and then we're going to bring this one. So what will happen is, using this, you can see you're governed by your actual design. So we're going to pop this in here. We're then going to use our low tack tape, and we're going to place this onto here. So we're just making sure that we catch all those elements, and then I'm going to pop that on the top. And then we're going to run that through our Gemini. Bringing in my platform. Now, because again it's a card that I'm opening up, you could do them as a card topper and then put them onto a card, but it's quite nice to create that aperture in a card blank, so it looks like you've done a lot of hard work when actually everything's been quite simple. So running that through, I'm just going to grab myself a piece of scrap card, if I can find one. There we go. Because when we do some colouring, we can colour straight onto there, and that creates our beautiful aperture. And there we go, look how gorgeous that now looks. So you're creating that, you've then got your sentiments that are going to work perfectly through that aperture, so whichever one you want to put on. And then what we're going to do is just do a little bit of colouring onto the top here. So I'm going to grab my, in fact, I said I was going to use my, I don't think we've got too much time left, so what I am going to do, I'm going to bring in my sparkle pens. Yay! Because they're there. So what I am going to do, I was going to use, and my finished card isn't using these, but as we've got them on the show, I want to show you something different with being able to use the darker ones, but along with your clear one as well. Because it actually then, because you're getting a pack of 3 sparkle pens, and you might be thinking, why do we need 3 clear ones? These ones are going to go over everything that you have either painted, so with your watercolours, your pencils, your alcohol markers, you can then make anything sparkly, which is amazing. Even your pattern papers, you could add sparkle accents to any of the elements that are on your pattern papers, which is amazing. But what you can also do, you can use them like a watercolour brush. So I'm going to use this purple. Let's say, for instance, we go onto our foxglove. I'm going to put a tiny, I mean, you can see that's a tiny amount that I've used on there. And then what I can do is I can go in with my clear and start painting. So you almost get like a watercoloured wash look. Stunning. Yeah, it's amazing what you can do, and you don't need a lot of ink. So just going down and bringing that in, we can start to bring that down and colour. I'll just put a bit more on there. I can pick that up, because what they are, they're water-based. Now I have used the wrong ink, so just in case it does smudge a bit, you will know why, is because I should have then known. It was just, through my demo, I sort of switched what I was going to do, and then I would have used my water-resistant ink pad. But it seems to actually be working okay. That one's a little bit darker, so we can use that same ink and then go in to paint some of our other ones. So watering that down. And you're not, the great thing about this, Becky, as well, is you're not going to contaminate your brush, because you just, all you would do is when you finish using it, the ink that's on here, you would just grab yourself some tissue, and until it's clear, and then it's gone. So you're not, you're not contaminating anything. So, oh, take that one there. Let's just do a few more. Just put them on. There we go. And just bringing that down. And it just gives a really nice effect. But what's more is you've actually got then sparkle on your card. So pop that down. And you're hardly using any of that colour because you're just guiding that with your clear sparkle. So I won't do too much more because I know we still have lots to do in the show and we're running fast out of time. I honestly don't know where the time goes. We think we're going to get them in.
Zoom,
so I'm going to bring, so all I've done is if you bring in some really gorgeous pattern paper, we can pop that behind, add a sentiment onto there, and if I bring that in, I've just inked around the edges, you've got then this beautiful one where you can do it. And you could even then go in, if you do colour it, you could then go in and add your clear sparkle afterwards, so you really do get some sparkle added to your beautiful card.
Oh, Debbie, thank you so much for showing us that. It just looks so effective. Do remember, if you love the clear sparkle pens, they're free in the bundle that's on your screen right now. Thank you so much, everyone, for your votes. The demo of the day was Bernie's bag. It's fab, isn't it? It really is. This one was the one with the pops, with the pockets and everything else. So that is demo of the day. Now you've got time to vote for demo of the week. So let's bring them to you. We are going to, let's call this number 1, Orange Butterfly. You've got here, this was created on Thursday by Debbie. We have also got for you option 2. That is the I'm So Happy. So this is option number 2 with the acetate there. Sorry if it's a bit glary. Then we've got option number 3. This one is the Sarah Cup, and this is from Wednesday, and this is the one with the floral foams that actually lovely we've got on the show right now. So if you do want to shop these, then you absolutely can. It's also got some of the moss on that we had earlier on too. So that is number 3. We have got 4 here, that beautifully ombre butterfly design. This is your Easel butterfly design, and you've also got the Happy Birthday Butterfly Collection as well, and that one is your inverted nesting design. So we're on, what was that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 was yesterday's one, that is number 6 you've got there, and then today's one is Bernie's bag. So choose which one you want, pick your number between 1 and 7. We're going to give you a couple of minutes and then we're going to vote for demo of the week. So you can grab it on socials, etc, etc. Whilst we've got 10 minutes left on the show, we could just go, oh, let's leave it there. But no, we want to squeeze in another demo. So should we talk more about the penny sliders?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, I love penny sliders because they're so much fun, so much you can do with them. So I'm going to bring in, let me grab my little Over the Moon. Great for all your little boys' cards. They're just going to love this one because it's so much fun. And a lot of them, just remember, if you're going for the full collection, you can use all these different apertures in the same one. Mix and match with different ones. So if you wanted a circle one, but you wanted to use it, say, with your cat that's running around, you could actually almost make it look like a ball of wool, couldn't you, in a circle. So you could just do all different ones with them. I love the fact that we've got that beautiful rainbow and the sun one. I mean, it just makes people smile now, does it? I mean, a rainbow does anyway, but it's just been a lot more poignant, hasn't it, this year than last year. So we've got our dies, we've got our spaceship, we've got all our little astronaut going there. I'm just finding my stamp set, which has gone in the bottom there. Now what we're going to do is build up. So first of all, I'm going to bring in some bits so we can, because I know that we're going to run out of time otherwise. So to start with, all I did, you get all these different stars on here. So you get different star ones which you can put around, and then I've just coloured them into a yellow. And then you've got the beautiful moon here that you can put on a planet. So we've popped that at the bottom. Now the next thing I've done is, if I bring this in, we've then just inked it. So I've just given it a bit of an ink in all the way around just using the blue, and then I've just coloured our planet in using the grey pen. Once you've done that, we then can bring in our die set. So this is your die set for the spaceman. So we can pop that into the centre here. So just, I've got sticky tape stuck all over me, so let me just move that out the way. So then what we're going to do is, pop that into place, bring in some low-tack tape. I put it somewhere, there it is. And then we're just going to cut that out. Now, the reason that we have this shaped dies, and it will all become clear, when you put this on, it will actually cut out this midsection for you, so you can actually put it back in. So popping that on there and running that through. There we go, place it onto our die, onto our platform, and place it through. There we go. So letting that go through. In the meantime, I've got some extra bits here. So all your stamps that you've got, they do include all your little astronaut and all the different stamps, your rocket ship, and you've got like the Earth there. So all different ones. And then if I bring this one back in, take that out, that then creates my midsection, which can go back in, and then this piece, which is the bit that it's cut out. So you don't need this piece, that's just going to cut it out. Or you could use it for something else. I'm sure that would come in very useful for something. So, and then I've got, just crash my tape pen. Then I've got my foam tape. With the foam tape, inside your dies, just going to look on here, you've actually got a little circle die. So we're going to cut out of our foam tab a little circle die. You've got all these different others, so you've got your moon one or your earth one we've got for the stamp. So we've got these ones, you've got your orbit one, your little astronaut that comes in there. So you've got all the bits to cut these out once you've coloured. So I'm just going to skip forward because I've already, I've just dropped something, but I've already got a couple of bits here that I've already done. So once you stamp them out, you then colour them in and then create, and look how realistic they look. I mean, they're so much fun to do and they look incredible. So we're just going to cut out these little tabs, and in fact, just to save time, because I didn't cut them out, I am just going to use my scissors just to cut myself out some circles, which we can then put on to our die. So cutting that round. And and if I had my my Gemini mini, I could have cut it out of that, but I don't have it to hand. So just cutting out another one. And it doesn't matter that these aren't perfectly shaped because you won't see them. Our pennies are going to go on there. So 2 pieces on there, and then we just need one for our astronaut. So pop that onto here. And there we go. Right, so we've got all our bits. Now we can start constructing our card. So this bit, sorry, I just realised you do need this bit here, but we're going to sink this into the back of our card. So the first thing I'm going to do is I've got myself a card blank, just a 6x6, and I've lined that with my black card. We've then got our main one, which we're going to pop onto the front. I'm checking I've popped that the right way so we don't do another upside down card. This piece here, we want to heighten this out. Yeah, I'm normally really good, and then I go through stages where I seem to make lots of upside down cards. So yes, that's very true. So George is just saying it's like day one back from a break. So yes. I can be excused, can't I?
Absolutely. You always can.
Yeah, we've got a good bunch, haven't we, of our viewers, which are lovely. They're very
Absolutely.
forgiving. So popping out all of my backing tape there. There we go. I've used one that wasn't next to the heater, so that's coming away lovely. Then we're going to pop that into place. And then what I'm going to do is, using this one, we're actually going to glue this on the inside. So I'm going to bring in my tape, and we're just going to tape that round, just add in tape all the way around. Are we doing okay for time?
We've got about 3 minutes.
Oh, we should be fine. So we're going to add this one back in to the bottom, just like so. And then this time, before we put this one back in, we do need to use our pennies. Where's my pennies gone quickly? Oh no, I thought my pennies were here and they've disappeared. They've got to be somewhere.
I'll let you look for them, shall I, whilst I announce the demo
Here
of the
they are.
week?
I've got them.
Oh, okay,
yes,
yeah,
but
go
yes,
ahead.
that's fine. Absolutely, go ahead.
Are
All
you
I'm going to
sure?
do, yeah, I'm just going to stick these together.
Demo of the week. Drum roll, please. It is Bernie's bag from
that's
today.
brilliant. I'm not surprised.
We'll remember to put a star next to Bernie's name in just a moment or two. And don't forget, if you love this and you're thinking, I missed that, I would fancy buying it. Well, you can, because we've had it all on today. And don't forget, today's the last day of your 5% off. So you can recreate this bag and so much more if you do fancy it. Just have a little look back. So well done to you, Bernie. That's absolutely fabulous. And
That's
well done to everyone who
amazing.
took part. And thank you very much, as always, for voting. I'm back with you, Debbie.
Yeah, absolutely. So before we put our midsection in, I've just popped that in. So then we're going to place, here it is. We need to up this one. So it's going to go inside this one, but it needs to come up. So we're just going to take some tape, pop that across the center there. Oh, don't want it too near because we don't want the
Penny
actual
to stop.
penny. Yeah, we don't want that catching on there. And then we can pop that on the inside. So popping it in, pop that back in, so that gives us our actual scenery. So this will then go round and then we can put our little astronaut onto there. There we go. And then let's just stick all these on quickly. So we've got our rocket ship coming in to land. We've got our orbits around. Oh, it doesn't want to. I think we're getting there. We're getting there. God, how quickly has this last 2 hours gone? Oh, I'm not getting no glue out.
Like that.
There we go. Oh, there we go. That'll be fine. I'm going to bring in my finished one.
Thank
then we've got
you
him. So
for
let me-
sharing that
there we
with
go.
us. Oh, Debbie, it's been such a fabulous day with you today. Thanks so much.
Oh, and you, Becky. It's been lovely working with you.
When are you
yes.
on next with us?
I think next Saturday I might be on.
I'll keep the
yes, I
peepers
think
peeled
so.
for you. Thank you, as always, for getting in touch. Thanks for getting social and just being wonderful and fabulous. Don't forget, it's your final couple of hours for that save 5%. So do feel free to treat yourself whilst you can. It has been wonderful to be with you today. As always, I really do appreciate it. Enjoy the rest of your week. I hope to see you soon. And if you're thinking, I wonder what's coming up, well, have a little look at this.
Make sure you come and kick your week off in style with Craig and Ben and the Wake Up Call tomorrow, because they're going to have a preview of so much awesome stuff that's coming up for the day. But they've also got a load of £20 or $30 deals within the show. Then after that, oh, it's launch day, 3 p.m. in the UK, 10 a.m. Eastern Time, and I can't tell you too much about it, but what I can tell you is that it is the launch of a brand new Sarah signature. That means Ben will be here, Sarah will be here herself, and it is going to be fabulous. I can just sense it.